There's my palm. I always do that. Okay, so there's a reason why my palm's always in every video now. You guys, who's my Puffy and Biggie fans? Like, remember P. Diddy all up in the video? It's like my palms are all up in the videos all the time because I do them horizontal now, right? So when you go on a live, you have to start the video upright, vertical, start typing in the stuff, and then go to press live and then flip it. Like, you can't flip it until you press live for it to balance out horizontally. So you guys literally get palm action like every day. So sorry about that. And then it also makes me have to adjust it because I'm putting it on that angle for the first time and I'm like trying to get everything right. So anyways, where are my sisters? I gotta sit because I just did a video when let's talk. Let's welcome all the newbies. Let's get all up in here and talk about the new year. Happy New Year. Are you guys so excited? Yes, I have hair sticking out. There's a lot of questions coming at me, you guys, and I know I'm in the middle of a launch, but I'm also in the middle of life because it's 2019 and I did a vision board and I did all the things like normal people do, like celebrate on New Year's, which you're welcome. At least I didn't drink because I know that my keto peeps and my babies, my coaching babies, like you guys all need me. Like you're like 2019, where's Brea? Like I cannot drink because I can recover, but it takes too long to recover. So I literally did not even have a sip of champagne. Who am I? Because that's how sensitive my body is at this point. I know a lot of you guys aren't there. Trust me. I was always the whoop it up girl. Like I drank my whole life and I know how to drink to where it's not too sugary, to where your body, my weight loss goals can still be achieved, but it does throw my whole energy off. And I can't afford that right now because you guys need me. So here I am. It's 2019. Scared the crap out of me. Is that Kylie?
No.
Ah! Scared me.
I know you're on the thing. I knew you were on the thing. I was like,
oh my God. Come say hi, Christina. I totally forgot she was coming over and she came through the back door and I'm all, what is the noise?
I was like, why am I going to go? Shh, quiet.
All the newbies, this is Christina, my assistant. She is also my, she was my one-on-one about a year ago and she's lost over 80 pounds. So she has transformed. You're glowing and you look beautiful. Are you all recovered from the holiday?
Yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat?
Somewhat. I
Yeah.
got a patient at home, so almost.
Oh, is she okay?
She can't drive or anything. I have to do everything.
Yeah.
So I got to sit her.
Okay, Mama. Be nice. Oh, there is a sweater on my bed. It's a gray one that is for, I think, Kelly. I pulled it just to make sure nobody bought it. Sorry, guys. There we go. There's me working in action right there. So grateful for Christina. She went through some things over the holiday and she still showed up for all of you guys. So give her some love because she's amazing. Did you guys see this, by the way? We're just warming up here. We're just warming up. Game time, bitches. I'm not calling any of you bitches. It's just like something I say. I just get very hyped up and do this. Okay, so 2019 is going to be, declare it, a transformative year for you guys. You declare it right freaking now. I can give you the tools to follow along the way. I coach in layers and you have to be in it. To transform, you have to be in it for a long time, right? Hi, KJ. Oh, thank you. Oh, you love my cup. I'm like, oh, thank you. I didn't understand what you were saying. So, that's just a part of life, and that's just how it is, and that's how I coach from, and that's how I built programs from. Hi, Michael. Hey, brother. There's a few soul brothers in the group, and Michael's one of them. His name's Butch. We call him Butch, but he's showing up as Michael on there. It's weird to even call him that right now. But, so I wanted to show you a little budget trip. I just did a live on my personal page that will end up being shared in here as well. A lot of people are new to keto, so it's I have to kind of back up for you guys a little bit and explain things from scratch, and I have you guys all on different levels. So I really try to. What I'm going to tell you to do is really lead from a perspective of healing your body, flavoring with fat rather than leading with too much fat, because that might throw your whole system off. You want enough to drop into ketosis, but you don't want enough to drop into weight gain, because that can happen. And that might be where there's some confusion, or you guys are confused. Like, you're like, what? I'm gaining weight and I'm trying to do all these things. Definitely pull the carbohydrates, pull the bread, pull the sweets, pull the cookies, like pull the packaged food out of sight, out of mind. Do what you got to do to get them away from you, or you're going to set yourself up to fail. Because right now you are addicted to those foods. There's long-term habits, even though if you're not like actually craving them, there are habits there that will hold you back. Funny story, okay? If you've been following me a while, you kind of know this. My fridge on the inside has been broken, and the left side of it works as a fridge. So the freezer part works as a fridge, and I have a fridge outside. Getting this fridge in and out is a process, and I gotta have somebody come do it, whatever. I'm deciding whether I just wanna buy a new fridge, because I don't wanna bring, you know, your outside fridge. Like, I don't necessarily wanna declare that one as my inside fridge right now. I think I'm just gonna get a brand new fridge. And the reason I'm holding off on it is because I have these goals, and having only a limited food in the fridge in the inside has really allowed me to get to where I want to go. Because at a certain time where I feel like pressure or stress or weak, where I would want something, like I might just kind of fall off a little bit on the plan, the option to have it is way outside in my detached garage, where I have to like walk outside and get it. So it doesn't happen. I feel like the broken fridge is a symbol of how important setting up your environment is. The food that I could, it's still all healthy food, right, for me at this point. But if it takes me out of a deficit, which is what I'm in for the goals that I want to reach right now, it'll still, it's going to work against me, right? So having the fridge kind of broken has actually helped me. So I know it's a weird example. Don't break your fridge or remove your fridge from your house, right? This just happens to be what has happened in my life. And most people would probably come here and be like, how do you survive with the broken? And I'm like, because there's a structure in my life, and there's a structure with food, and like having a full fridge full of all this food that's going to sidetrack me from my goal is just so unnecessary. So fail to plan to fail, set up your environment, all that stuff. My program, I'm actually doing a recording for one of the modules in the program that I'm just releasing that there's a sign up for right now. And it's a very in-depth training on setting up your environment, because let me just tell you, it's where a lot of coaches fail. You have to set up your environment for success, so that while you're pulling from all these habits that you've had for so long, you don't have all these obstacles in your way from getting to where you want to be. Make sense? Hello? Of course, that should be like the very beginning of any kind of program. Set yourself up. I am on a very strict plan right now because of where the goals are that I'm going, and every single meal is detailed for me. That's just the level that I'm at right now, right? I've got about 10 pounds, most 15 that I could lose. Like, I can't really lose any beyond that to be, where I want to be. I don't want to be real thin. I want to be fit. So my plan gets very detailed and specific at this point, and that happens in layers, right? But it starts with removing things that don't serve you and setting up your environment. It has to absolutely start there. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to show you guys how I keto on a budget for my newbies. And if you're new, you guys say hi. There's tons of newbies in this group, and I'm so excited to have you. You get really detailed personal coaching in here, free coaching, a lot of mindset coaching, because if you don't match those together, you won't have the transformation that I want you to have. My goal is for you to transform and adopt a lifestyle that keeps you nice and lean and fit forever. I don't care where you're starting from right now. I can touch you and meet you where you're at. Does that make sense? So I love chicken. And yes, in the keto world, I think you should lead with meat. I think you should lead with healthy meat. That doesn't mean vegetarians can't be in there, because eggs are life. But vegans, it's a little more of a challenge. But yeah, vegans can go keto. It's just that would be a very specific, detailed plan, which I plan on creating. But it's like you don't even have a lot of wiggle room, right? So I love chicken breasts. I lean up my meat, and I usually add avocado or some nitrate-free bacon to have the fat. Do chicken thighs if you're new. Absolutely do chicken thighs. Chicken breast is just where I'm at right now. And if you love chicken breast, then just add the fat to it. Don't feel like you can't have chicken breast, right? One thing, chickens can be very dirty. I do make sure I have like an organic chicken, as clean as possible. And the way I afford that is I always go to either Costco and stock up or Trader Joe's, but otherwise I can go to a Kroger, which in California it's called Ralph's, but you guys have Kroger's depending on where you're at. And I wait for the manager specials. Now the thing about manager specials, you guys, because I worked in the grocery industry for a long time as a rep. I repped some organic line Suja juice and rice bar. So I understand how grocery stores work. It doesn't mean the food is bad. They would never have food on the shelf. They'll just toss it. That's bad. What they have to have is a certain timeline that they can keep it on the shelf, and they have to clear it out for the new stuff to come. Anything cleared out is ready to be used, and if not, freeze it. Don't be people that are like my friends are scared of manager tags because they don't get it, right? I'm like, suckers, I'll grab it all. I go in there and go boom, boom, boom. Vegetables, meat. Like I look for all the manager specials, especially at Kroger's because it's a conventional grocery store, not a natural food grocery store. So they bring a lot of organic lines in that are really expensive, like the oils. I mean, even like face stuff like Dr. Bronner's and what is the other one? Burt's Bees, stuff like that. They will bring that kind of stuff in and it'll be clearance out because at a conventional grocery store, it's way too high ticketed. So they only keep it on so long, it doesn't sell, then they move it out. So always look for the manager specials. They are golden, golden. So I got this natural chicken breast and it's $7.72 and it was $13. So when I find that, I stock up. I got my greens, $1.99. I'm gonna use them today in a salad. I always love having fresh herbs. It's the best way to roast veggies. I have butternut squash, Brussels sprouts. I have all that in my outside fridge, so I can't show you guys right now. But I take them, I put the fresh herbs on them. If you have fresh herbs and know how to season your food and you know how to bake it and roast it, amazing. I squeeze lemon on these chicken breasts. It makes them nice and moist. And I usually do the lemon on there for like a half hour. And it'll make it juicy, bake it. I put either avocado oil, olive oil, and we're good to go. So that is what I wanted to show you there. This would normally be a lot more, but I'm able to afford it because it's on clearance, right? And even if you guys, even if I freaking have a boatload of money, the girl's always gonna be popping those tags in the store. That's just how I like love that. I'm like, what? Be smarter, right? I make my rounds to Kroger before I head over to the Costco or the Trader Joe's to get my food. Makes sense? So I wanted to give you that little tip there. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh, the Starbucks tip that tip was, I actually was trying to leave that for you. One big thing I do, and my coaching group does too, if you are addicted to Starbucks and that's something you're not gonna let go, get yourself some collagen, Primal Kitchen. My name has a discount, whatever collagen you want to use, or whey protein if you're using that. When I coach people, I teach them show them how to use whey protein still. But if you're like, I need collagen in my coffee, go for the collagen in your coffee or whatever. You can get the chocolate one, the vanilla one, and then add it to just a plain iced coffee, as well as iced Americano. It doesn't have to be iced, it could be warm as well. And then you have yourself like a mocha chocolatey coffee, right? You just bring your clean ingredient, and then that collagen and then that protein, it's doing something for your body. I'm all about nourishing your body and let it play a role, but if I can get it to where it tastes amazing at the same time, you're gonna win there. So that's just another tip. If you feel like you have to go to Starbucks and you want it, like this right here just tastes like a peppermint mocha. Insane, delicious. So that is all. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Did I get it all? You guys, the Be Lean stuff, the electrolytes is already, I just did a personal video on that. My personal page is going to be shared in here as well. Awesome, Sherry. I'm so proud of you. My program starts the 7th. We are going to gut out every aspect of your life to start your transformation. Within that program, you will most likely lose 10 to 20 pounds just in that program, depending on how inflamed your body is, what the weight you're currently at. I myself will follow the program and will lose 10 pounds. Make sense? well, maybe 5, because I'm building muscle right now. I'm in a whole completely different, like, elite kind of stage. So no matter what weight you are where you want to be, you are going to start getting there, and you are going to get the tools to keep it there. And a lot of people love to dip into my programs after, because they're wanting the transformation. So it keeps their head in the game while the outside life tries to come in and distract you. Make sense? But I break everything down to where we really make things a habit. So that is it for today. I love you guys. I also, by the way, in this group I talk about it, I add ketones. You don't have to have ketones at all. It helps with appetite suppression. It helps drop your blood sugar down while you're incorporating all the things, basically. And I actually split my package up because I don't need full, like, the amounts of ketones, and it's like a dark chocolate, so I'll put that in my black coffee, or I'll put that in the shake, and I just sprinkle every time I do something like that all day long. You can tell when I'm, like, getting tired. I've been talking too much. I went from one video to the next. I'm like, just blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if that made sense at the end. So, all right, you guys, any questions before I leave? I love you, Sherry. And by the way, your energy is everything. So get your energy in the game. Get your head in the game. Declare that this will be your year of change. Declare it no matter what is going on around you. Let me just tell you, I have completely transformed my life in the past few years in such an major way. And it doesn't matter what hits me. I know the energy it takes to make sure you keep going and powering through everything that comes your way. Nothing can bring you down once you realize that that's how you're supposed to be, right? So don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed with everything. Things happen in layers, depending on what state you're in. Let me just give you an example. 2013, I freaking left the love of my life. 2012, my freaking dad died in front of me. Like, the state I was in was devastation. And I kept, like, rolling out of bed, showing up, and just trying to heal. And my healing was in layers. My growth was in layers. How I saw the death and how I dealt with my relationship with my dad on the other side. How I dealt with my relationship with my ex because my heart was broken. And the fact that I had to move away from his daughter was something I did in layers. But I believed the whole time if I followed my heart, everything would happen. And so much more has happened. And Kaylee is my best friend, my stepdad. Nothing, if you have love and there's unconditional love, it doesn't have to end. Just follow your heart and be true to yourself and let the layers unfold. Just know it's all happening for you. So you don't have to sit there and dwell in that negative state of loss. You sit there and dwell in hope, and you take the steps to know you are going to be okay. Things are going to get better. If you stay on the other end of feeling sorry for yourself, life was not promised to you to be perfect. It wasn't, but happiness is promised if you know that you are always going to make it out okay and that you are supported. Makes sense? So whatever got you here in this unhealthy state of why you don't believe in yourself and love yourself enough, you better know that you can get out of that in layers. And it starts with, boom, I see it. You're right. I can get through this. I can power through this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna learn layer by layer by layer, because at some point, this energy state that I am in that nobody can knock me out of, you will get there, because every layer builds a powerhouse that is so supported by growth and source and God and love, and all of a sudden the people that you need in your life to be supported like that, they show up as well. Makes sense? And some people dwindle out, and that's okay. You let them dwindle out with love, though, with absolute love. All right? So just know that. I just say that because a lot of you are coming from a place of hurt, and some people are like, what is she getting all spiritual for? Most of you are going, thank you. You need to hear that. You are loved and supported, and you need me to help you carry you through a transformation this year, because I am going to make sure you understand that whatever state of unhappiness you are in with your body right now, you can step right in to the first layer of making it out for your transformation. You can be anything you want to be. Step into a space where someone's going to teach you, but teach you with love and guide you along the way. You want to be in a high energetic space. If you are walking into a program with like this kind of attitude, you're going to continue on in the same vicious cycle. So don't come my way unless you're ready to release that and surrender that so we can take you to the next level. Make sense? I love you guys. That's all. You know I got to get all life coachy on you right now. I can't help it. I am changing up my schedule. So by probably next week, oh, Amy, I love you. By next week, oh, I know I love sharing. Well, Jen's been my spiritual mentor. She started me in this space where I just knew I had to heal. So we know. If you know Jennifer, you just know. We know. We love her. She's an angel sent from above, and I absolutely love her. So I will let you know what my schedule will unfold to, but you guys will see me pop on all week because my program's gonna launch and just hit you with some tips. And I'm really kind of debating, like I might show up a few times at 9 a.m. in the morning for me, which if you're on the East Coast will be 12 for you. And I'm just gonna play with it a little and see how I can structure it, but it might continue to be like at 11. What I do want to do this year is figure out how to be in here at least 3 times a week, and on my personal page only 1 time a week. I want to get my group like the most content and love, because you see how that you get this deeper side of me. So that's really the side that I see really has people transforming once they come into my world of coaching. So that's where my heart lies. So I really want to, I'm thinking out loud right now. So I think it's going to be like three times. I don't want to commit until I actually know. Okay? I love you guys though. My sisters, you guys are my freaking soul, and I love you to death. So that is it. One other tip I want to give you. Take these tips. Don't try to overcomplicate things. Don't try to overkill your calories and your fat grams and 80% fat. Try not to get caught up in that. What you should do is try to get rid of all the carbs and all the sugar and all the crap. Set up your environment around you and start learning how to build a plate with healthy meats and healthy veggies, and then a healthy fat for flavor. Fat is flavor. Remember that. Fat is flavor. You don't have to just consume all. Don't just sit there and eat a big thing of fat. What is that? Don't do that. That's not even good. That's not even, like, some people just take a bite of butter and eat it. I'm like, ew, 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 ew. That is all. I love you guys. Have an amazing day.